Our squad's still very depleted and we've got little chance against Manchester City. But we have got a game in a fortnight's time against Brighton, which we should win. But you can guarantee it'll be the opposite way round. We'll probably beat Man City and then lose to Brighton. Or we might be beaten by both of the teams, which wouldn't be a great thing on the start of our season, 1 win and 3 losses. But hopefully it's nothing like that. You'll see what happens anyway in the next 20 minutes with both of those games. For the third episode then, in Season 1, roll the intro. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3 of season 1 of the Chelsea save in Conquering the Euro and Club 1 of Conquering the Euro with Chelsea in the Conquering the Euro save on FM18. Today, we've got two pretty big games. The first one against Manchester City in the Premier League. They've had a brilliant start. They've got 6 goal difference. And they're beating Arsenal 4-0 just to show off their credentials last time out. And they also beat Bournemouth 2-0 in their first game just to show how good they are. And we've got Man City first today and then Brighton in a few weeks' time, which hopefully we can get a win against. Just to remind you of what's happened in the last 2 games. We played against Swansea and beat them 1-0. Then lost to West Brom 1-0 also. So our games haven't been high scoring so far. And hopefully this won't be either. We've still got a depleted squad, obviously, because we've got Emerson, Morata, Aspilicueta and David Luiz all out. For today's game against Manchester City, which follows on straight from the last game against West Brom, it's pretty much the same team. We've got Courtois in goal, Zappacosta, Rudiger, Christensen and Marcos Alonso at the back. Fabregas and Kante in the middle. Then Pedro, Barkley and Hazard makes his first start since his injury in the attacking midfield. And then Giroud starts up front. The only reason Willian's been relegated to the bench, purely because he played but awfully in those first 2 matches. He got a 6.5 against Arsenal, 6 against Swansea, and then a 6.4 against West Brom. Nothing too special, and hopefully Hazard can inject a little bit more pace and power into this game against Man City. We're going to have to go all guns blazing into this game against Man City at Stamford Bridge. As I say, it's at Stamford Bridge, so really, we should be attacking a little bit, but that Man City squad scares me. I mean, they've got Ederson, Walker, well, you guys can see it for yourself, but Aguero, Jesus and Sane, top 3. Basically, if we don't concede, we'll have done very, very well. But apparently the players seem to think that in my press conference I was too pessimistic about the game. Well, to be quite honest, we're going to struggle here against Man City, but we're going to go all guns blazing attacking. And who knows what might happen. We might catch City on an off day. They might be complacent looking at our squad and thinking, oh no, we're going to beat these easily. Or something else might happen. You simply don't know. But this is our 3rd game on the trot, I believe, playing by ourselves. We haven't had a 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday yet, I don't think. Because our first game was on Sunday. This is actually a Friday evening game. And I think we played on Sunday in the second game as well. But as you can see, we've had more possessions so far, which is nice to see. We're not quite dominating. That would be a bit exaggerative. But we're doing a little bit better than we hoped for at the start, which is always a positive. But Stones on the ball now to Walker. Walker to Gabriel Jesus. Jesus being pressed. This is good. Walker, Silva to Aguero. Come on, press him a little bit more. This could be a goal for City here. Sane to Aguero. Shoots. What a shot from Aguero, but just over the bar. But I think Courtois would have that one covered anyway. Straight after that, though, Courtois out to Giroud. Nothing coming of it out, though. Aguero. So much more power Aguero's got than Giroud. But I'm a little bit worried, to be honest, when Morata comes back, because Morata's not that brilliant of a striker anyway, looking at these form in this season's Premier League. But Kyle Walker to Jesus, shoots. Wow, that's a good shot from them. And they are the really dominant side at the moment. So we're going to encourage them just to do a little bit better and hopefully not conceding this barren run when we're having a little bit more defensive than usual. But hopefully we can have a little bit of a counter-attack. But this could be the chance. They've just muddled it up. And Pedro, our sole goal scorer so far, has a chance. But you're giving it straight away to Fernandinho. Aguero. And it's going to be one of them games. Hazard's just got the ball back. Giroud. And yeah, it's going to be one of them games where it's just scrappy, end-to-end stuff. And we have got a free kick now. Rudiger to Conte. Keep the ball, son. Barkley, sorry. And that's the end of the highlight. Brilliant. We're going to have to go counter-attacking, I think. Yeah, let's go counter-attacking. But let's have a look at this highlight. Kante to Barkley. De Bruyne gets it back. Sane on the wing to Aguero. We're so open in the middle. It's unbelievable. Rudiger gets it back, though. Hazard. Good ball to Giroud. Giroud to Christensen to Hazard. Hazard, lovely ball through to Kante. Can't quite get there, though. He's muddled it up and Barkley scored. Ederson made a very rare mistake if you look at his real life ball. But Ederson? No, Ederson. That Emerson is the player who plays for us at left back. Ederson made a really rare mistake. We're going to have to see what happened here. We're just going to slow it down a little bit just to see what did happen. We do have the highlights on a bit too quick anyway. But let's have a look. He picked it up, but then didn't pick it up and didn't even bother trying to pick it up. But we'll take it anyway. We'll take the mistake because City have dominated this whole game. We don't deserve this, but we are ahead at Stamford Bridge against Manchester City. And I honestly think Eden Hazard has been the difference maker in this game. He's made so many different opportunities, and he's definitely the difference maker and definitely one of the best players in the world at the moment. I mean, I was talking with a few friends the other day about the best players in the Premier League. And we're actually talking about, you know, the fact there's little English players in the Premier League. And really, the best 5 in the Premier League, I'd have to say at the moment, as Zappacosta's now injured, just to add to our injury crisis. So what we are going to do is play wing-backs because Moses cannot possibly play at the back. So we're going to play with you as a defensive wing-back and Moses as the same, even though he'd like to be an attacking wing-back. But we've really got, haven't we? Kane, who's the English representative. De Gea, Hazard. Very nearly 2-0 there for Kante. Hazard as well, obviously Aguero, not Aguero, sorry, De Bruyne, and arguably Aguero as well. Is there anyone I'm missing out? I'm trying to think. Is there anyone I'm missing out? I don't think there is. Is there anyone? Salah, of course. Moeen Salah. No, it's not Moeen Ali. It's not the cricket. It's Mohamed Salah, and you know, there's some other players that can be in there, but there's not very many English players, and that's just the point. And the fact is, there's only really you've got Kante you can put in the consideration as well. But going back to this game on an FM, and we are seriously doing well. I'm quite gobsmacked with this at the moment. If we can hold out to get this result, not only do we stunt City's progress, but do we get a lot of motivation from this? Seriously, I mean, they must have been favourites going into this game. Looking at our squad, it's a little bit depleted, but we are doing seriously well at the moment. But there is still plenty of time. Aguero's now injured, meaning that Sterling's had to come on a potential knee injury for Aguero. Zappacosta has got a potential groin injury, so hopefully it's not too serious for him. But we have got 18 minutes left here at the Stamford Bridge. Definitely a much more exciting first half than second half. But there's plenty of time left for that to happen as City get their goal that's pretty much really deserved for Manchester City, to be honest. We've got 17 minutes left at the bridge. And Gabriel Jesus has scored for Man City. Just have a look at the goal. De Bruyne pretty much, I think, puts it straight through, doesn't he, for Jesus? Which is quite poor defending on our part. Yeah, he does. There's 3 men really there. Jesus with a shot. Courtois can't block it. Really, just to his hands, that was. So not really good enough. But we are going to have to bring Hazard off. He's only on 55% conditions. We bring Correa on the low knee. We'll also bring Bakayoko on for Fabregas. Just somebody different. Just see what else he can do. We'll play Moses an attacking wing back. We're going to try and go for the win here. I don't see why not. We're going to go attacking. We should really just stay for the point. But considering we're at home, why not go for it? But oh dear, they're attacking again now. Higher to Silva. Silva to Goya. Correa gets it out. Barkley. We're now on the counter-attack. Barkley. Good ball to Giroud. Giroud holds the ball up. Moses gets it. Oh dear, they've got it back though. Silva to Sterling. It's going to be a goal here. Sterling into the box for Jesus. Puts it in for De Bruyne. Into goal for Man City. And they've brought it back from 1-0 down. And City are now 2-1 up. This whole easy league win thing is starting to crumble straight away. We're only 3 games and we've lost 2 of them as it stands. But it is not all at well. It is now. It is all over. I thought we might have an opportunity. But they are in again, it seems. Jesus to Walker. Walker into the box for De Bruyne. Into the box for Sterling. And that's 3-1 straight away for Man City. We should have really took the draw on. I accept that. But, well, maybe we're a little bit too ambitious, which never helps, I suppose. But we've got another highlight straight after the goal. Surely it can't be 4-1 else. We've just completely crumbled. But a good ball from Rudiger up to Pedro. Pedro into the box. He just runs by himself. Very nearly goes for it. And I think that's just through frustration that he's just missed that. And apparently this Chelsea stand starting to empty. And with the shortness of cycles of managers here at the Stamford Bridge, we've got to start worrying about our job already, I think. Hopefully it's not anything too serious like that already. Or else this series could be going a little bit disastrously. But John Stones now to De Bruyne. I'm gutted about this, to be honest. I mean, this really fell away from us. We were accepting that we were going to get beaten, but that 1-0 was brilliant. But in the last 20 minutes, we've just crumbled, and it is now 4-1 to Manchester City. We're going to have to go back to counter-attack just to make sure that we're not wounded anymore. But this is quite shocking, to be honest. The poor defensive display in the last few minutes. We were just too open at the back. Moses had a disaster at 6.1. Surely it can't be 5-1. It very nearly is, and this is very much going to deplete our confidence going to the game against Brighton. But seriously, this injury crisis hasn't helped whatsoever. It's not the most broad of squads ever anyway, but we've got a fortnight, I guess, to prepare for the game against Brighton. But we want to be forgetting this one pretty much straight away. Man City have won 4-1, and I just can't believe how we've depleted that. And that we've conceded 4 goals in 20 minutes to make them win. It was very poor from us in the end. But I guess we move to the fortnight now against Brighton. They certainly won't be going on a sunny holiday. Zappacosta's out for a few weeks. Look at this. 6 injuries now. It's just ridiculous. Guardiola takes the plaudits. Yeah, whatever. I'll send the assistant to the press conference. But we'll be back in a fortnight where hopefully we can get our first win on the board. And I think it's crazy to say this, for nearly a month. Right, and no change from the Man City game, purely because we can't, pretty much. We've got a few players on the bench, but no one of real substantiality. I guess Willian is as well, maybe Drinkwater and Moses, but the squad stays the same. There's no need to introduce the squad. But hopefully we can beat Brighton today. We're away from home, and definitely we've got to improve from our last entry. And really a bad run of form. If we lose this game, that'll be 3 games on the trot that we've lost, and that is going to be pretty embarrassing. If that happens. No offence to any Brighton fans, but we should be beating Brighton here. But it looked, well, I was about to say, I thought we were playing in blue then, and I thought, how the hell have they got 66% of possession? I simply don't know. But City, is it City? I think City have already played over United and Tottenham, and City, I thought they just scored there. And City and United have both won, as you can see, to make it 4 wins out of 4. So they're really just having a dogfight with each other. We're having a dogfight to just get half points out of the first 4 games at the moment. It's crazy. But we could make an opportunity here. Christensen to Hazard, to Barkley, back to Fabregas, to Kante to Giroud. He misses out. Oh dear, now we've got a Brighton counter attack. I just don't think Giroud is strong enough up front by himself, really. But there isn't anybody else to bring up front. Literally none of the players want to play up front. And it seems a little bit too silly to risk any of the academy players actually left at the club as a striker. But Pedro has took matters into his own hands and scored a lovely finish and a lovely volley there, it seemed. And he's our leading goal scorer. He's scored 3 goals so far this term. And let's have a look how that happened. Kante, a lovely header from him, and Fabregas put it through to Giroud. He headed it to Barkley. Barkley put it through, saw the space that Pedro was in. And what a lovely finish that is from Pedro on the volley. And he's the only player that's seriously keeping us in things this year. Because if he hadn't have scored this goal and the goal against... who was it? It was Swansea. We'd be on no points by this point. So fair play to Pedro. Can we get another goal? Fabregas, no. Giroud, shoot just wide. I tell you what, if he can get his first goal and break the duck, that would really help him out. Let's have a sip of the nice lemon and lime squash. Nothing fizzy or alcoholic round here. All, beautiful and natural with water and squash. But anyway, Fabregas to Barker to Pedro. This is good that we're dominating the game. We're not letting them in at all. Kante. Ryan's got the ball though. He chucks it out. Rudiger straight back on it though. Rudiger to Fabregas. Fabregas puts it through. Poor though from Fabregas. Back to Ryan. Puts it out. But we're going to get it straight away, I think, as well. Christensen. But they get it back. Pascal Gross on the ball now. Back to Shane Duffy. To Humemie. Something like that. But Alonso gets it. To Hazard. Giroud now on the ball. Back to Fabregas. To Kante. To Barkley. Back to Giroud. He puts it to Pedro. Can he get 2? Pedro into the box for Giroud. And Giroud's got his first goal for Chelsea, and hopefully breaking that duck now can lead to him scoring a few more goals. He seemed a little bit timid on the ball beforehand. He's a bit too far back, to be honest. We might have to change his role. Even though he likes playing as a target man on support, we might have to move him forward a bit. So we're going to go on complete forward on attack. See how that does for him. We're actually going to play Pedro as a round-outer. Is it a round-outer? Ramdeuter, is it? Stuff like that? Yeah, Ramdeuter sounds about right. We're going to hit early crosses. All the flank stuff and all that nonsense, and just see how that changes, because it seems that he's a bit too deep, is Giroud, for the only striker on the pitch, but we're leading 2-0 at the moment, so I'm more than happy with that, but this could be 2-1 here. Knockaert to Esquerado. Esquerado runs himself, and that's very nearly 2-1. He practically carved over our defence. This is a big problem for us, our defence, and it's quite young, we've got Zappacosta and Christensen are really only back in the breakthroughs of the squad this year, and we've also got Alonso. And who's the other player? It's Rudiger, isn't it? Rudiger's have just come to the club. And oh dear, it's 2-1. And Rudiger's just come to the club. And Alonso hasn't had that much of experience. So you can see why the defence is fragile. But Courtois really shouldn't be letting those sorts of goals in. And they have halved our lead just before half-time here. Nice ball from Knockaert to Ulloa. Back to Esquerado. And he gets it. He puts to Jose, I'm not quite sure. But Ulloa, to be fair, that's a lovely flick. A half volley there. That's a goal from him, but hopefully we don't concede again. So we're going to go on counter-attacking, to be honest. just to make sure we don't concede again, just to get a scrappy win here, to be honest, because we start the Champions League campaign in the next game, and I'm not looking forward to that, but put it this way, unless we start improving soon, we are certainly not going to be able to be competing for the league this year. But next year, maybe a possibility. Should we have picked Tottenham, maybe, folks? What do you think? Or do you like a challenge? Do you like the fact that we're not doing so well? Do you prefer the fact that we're doing the challenge? That would be interesting to see, actually, down in the comments. Whether you guys prefer to see a team that's doing well, or a team that is challenged, let's say. Not doing terribly, but challenged, let's say. We're nearly 60 minutes in here, though, at the Amex, and we haven't really got much chance to make sub, but hopefully this is not a goal on the brink of 60 minutes for Brighton here. Knockout to Escarado. Escarado shoots. And we've just had a 2-0 lead broken by just promoted Brighton. And this isn't good enough, this is awful, in fact. And we could be going winless for 3 games. And arguably, the win against Swansea wasn't that convincing. He's practically just completely opened our defence. Fair shot from him there. But that is awful, and we can now go and lose this one. But if you look at our bench, there's no one too spectacular. We'll bring Drinkwater on for Fabregas. But if you look at that bench, you don't think, oh yeah, bring him, and him on. There isn't a lot there. We'll bring Correa on for Barkley. See what he can do there. He could play as shadow striker, I guess. We're going to have to go attacking now because we can't get away with drawing against Brighton. Because if we lose both of the games here, I don't know what I'm going to do. But we seriously do need to get a goal, or else we're going to be on 4 points after 4 games. Which, to point in a game, yes, but that's quite disastrous. But Giroud to Drinkwater. Good ball to Pedro from Drinkwater, actually. Pedro, no one really in the box, though, so that means that they get it back. But Drinkwater revives it, recovers it. Nice ball to Giroud, and it's a goal for Olivier Giroud. I wouldn't believe that wasn't offside there. But that's the second goal of the game, and a very nice piece of play from Drinkwater. And after his completely super sub appearance, he might have to be considered for more first-team football. So they get it out from a Pedro cross, and Drinkwater runs back spiritedly to get that. Just a few touches. A lovely ball from Giroud, from Drinkwater to Giroud. And Giroud hits it on the volley. Should have been a little bit better from the goalkeeper. But regardless, he scores. And Drinkwater has been man of the match, I'd argue, so far. You know, he's made that goal. And has played really well so far. It's nice to see. And hopefully we can close that one out now. Maybe get another goal. That would be nice to see. Just to, you know, prove that we've won this one convincingly and not scrappingly won this one. But I don't mind to win in a scrappy way, to be quite honest, because we're not playing well at the moment, but it'd be nice to get one more goal. But it certainly wouldn't be nice if they go 3-3. That'd be quite likely. Escarado, luckily though, Zappacosta puts it out for a corner, and it's not a penalty. I thought it might have been a penalty there, but knockout. Correa gets it out. Good stuff. Back to Gross. Pascal Gross. Correa gets it, but dunk on it now. Proper. This is good now. We've got a counter-attack. The Giroud to Willian. He should run it down the wing now. Don't shoot, though. Willian into the box. And that was very poor from Willian. And that just consolidates his very poor season to date. So, we've got depth in players, but we haven't got players that are playing well, which is a real problem. So, the players that are playing basically aren't being threatened by the players on the bench. And then, therefore, the players who are playing aren't playing very well either. So this is worrying signs. But they've got one more attack. Azure on the ball. He's struggling though. No, he's a shot himself because there was no one else to pass it to. But we have finally won in the first time since the 16th of August. It was scrappy. Yes, it was. They came from 2-0 down rather. But regardless, we are back in town. And obviously this series is out on Monday at 6 PM. This is going to be out daily now. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, albeit. Let's talk quickly about the Champions League group. I haven't mentioned that, but we've got Barcelona. I don't quite get why we weren't first seeds, considering that we won the league last year, but oh well. And just to point out how many injuries we've got the most injuries in the competition, leading with Dortmund and Tottenham. We've got Barcelona, Basel and Salzburg in that one. So really, we should be finishing second in that group. So when are we going to come back tomorrow? We've got, obviously, Salzburg. We'll probably come back for the... We'll come back, well, yeah, we'll leave it a few games. We'll come back for the Everton and Basel games. They sound about right. 2 home games. We've got 3 away days at Salzburg, Leicester and Brentford. 3 very varying teams. And then we'll come back for the game against Everton and the game against Basel. So hopefully 3 wins in the next 3 and 2 wins in the next 2 against those teams. Very much doubt it, but, you know, positivity and motivational speeches and all that, I'm sure that'll really help the players out. But if you have enjoyed this, folks, make sure to leave a like and comment any of your opinions about the video or about the channel or about anything you like. Just nothing too inappropriate. Subscribe if you enjoyed that one for daily FM content with Chelsea and with Wolfsburg now. Ooh, if I ruined it. If you're watching this, you know, at 6 PM, sorry. You'll see what happens at 8 PM if you're watching this now. I'll let that one out, but pretend I didn't say anything. Shh. Anyway, I've been TIJ, and I'll see you, I suppose, then at 8 PM after that little spoiler for the FM18 Wolfsburg career. What's going on there? Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 PM for the continuation of Conquering the Euro. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.